made. There is no shortcut to immortality. Legends earn their place in history. One fight at a time. Competition is their crucible. Glory, their reward. Gaining strength from every victory. Drawing wisdom out of every defeat. No destiny is written, but who will stand up to the test? Only one will become legendary.
작년에 실패를 이미 맛봤기 때문에 저는 이번에 온 기회가 매우 소중하다고 생각하고 이번에 소중한 기회를 절대 쉽게 놓치지 않을 거예요.
上次世界赛我们是在台湾打的，那次没有打得很好，那希望这次可以在欧洲拿到世界冠军。
We can showcase that we are a strong team. The European steamroll that we had was not only a fluke.
I want them to see CLG as a team that should be feared.
Faithful shall be rewarded.
Pain is the strongest wildcard ever be in a world championship.
누구를 그러게 만들게 한다보다는 제가 안 들었으면 좋겠어요.
带着舞龙八部拿着卫生的世界杯，我们恭喜了，快点！
Coming from a small country where nobody knew me, to be here right now, it's like a dream come true.
I had no dream of going to Worlds once we were, in 9th place. So actually making it is just like a dream come true.
This is our time to show if we can really compete with the best.
좋은 팀을 만나서 다시 오게 돼서 기쁘고요.
사람들이 인정하는 위드가 되고 싶은 마음은 있어요.
멋있는 동영상 하나 만들었잖아요. 베커랑 할 때. 뭐 이번에는 죽이는 쪽으로 동영상 만들고 싶어요.
I feel like we have a chance there. It's hard, but it's not impossible. It's like what I used to say. It's not gonna be as you think it's gonna be.
所以这次的机会是非常难得，而且也是这一次我想要好好表现，让全世界都看到我们。
SKT 아니면 저희가 우승할 것 같아요.
지난번에 MSI 때 저희가 이디즈한테 패배했었는데 그렇기 때문에 더 만나고 싶었던 것도 있는 것 같아요.
이번에는 페이커 선수랑 이준호 선수만 견제해야 될 게 아니라 모든 선수 견제해야 될 것 같아요.
First team from North America, Cloud9. Bit of a Cinderella story here in 9th place, as we heard in the opening trailer from Lemonation. Didn't even expect to be at Worlds this year.
This is where that Cinderella story.
Légendaire et la plus populaire d'Amérique du Nord, la seule à avoir disputé les 5 championnats du monde. Team
eyes on Bjergsen here in this event, in my opinion. This team has, been consistently criticized as the team that is focused around the mid lane, and this is a stacked tournament when it comes to mid laners.
Du Summer Split, le site 1 de la région nord-américaine. S'il vous plaît, tapez du pied pour les Counter Logic Gaming!
Now, I know this team was outspoken after winning at MSG that they wanted to put up the best possible showing here on the international stage. So you know that their minds are focused. They're set on performing well. We'll see if they can execute. Still on the desk.
Just a little realism. That's the difference.
Pro League, la LPL, la Chine avec le 3e seed, les quarts de finalistes des Worlds saison 2. Invictus Gaming!
Whenever I take a look at the roster of IG, I just have no idea what to expect. That is what I like about them most.
Well, what's funny, too, is in our prep for this entire event, Spawn felt the same way. As a caster of China, never certain what this team is going to pull out, and that could be an advantage here coming into the tournament with a few weeks in the dark here as the patches have changed. Maybe they'll pull something out that no one's seen before.
Pour leur seconde apparition Worlds, les gagnants du Mid-Season Invitational, Edward Gaming!
A lot of eyes on this team as they won the most recent international tournament at MSI, defeating SKT as well, but in a hard-fought 5-game series.
Désormais, le seed numéro 1 de la Chine, les champions du Summer Split de la LPL, l'équipe qui a fait tomber Edward Gaming, LQD Gaming!
LGD came out of that really fantastic end of the season LPL playoff run. They looked very strong, and especially Imp with just an insane performance going through the bracket stage over in China. So he's going to have to really hard carry here again, but a very dangerous team.
De League of Legends, les gagnants des finales régionales de la LMS 2015, les Flash Wolves!
Flash Wolves, a lot of people, we don't really know what to think about this team right now. We haven't seen LMS in so long that they may have some surprises on these new patches, and it's very difficult to scout these teams just because of the duration of time since their playoffs.
I mean, remember, the stake has been in Worlds 3 times already.
Participation consécutive au championnat du monde. AHQ Esports Club!
AHQ, a team that had a pretty impressive showing last year at Worlds. As an organization, of course, every time we see AHQ on the international stage, people point to that mid lane.
Definitely all the eyes on Western, especially with the changes in mid lane. The Assassins are heavily favored right now.
And Ziv, of course, we have to talk about him because he was the MVP of that season, this last summer season. So he's got a big role to fill in a top lane meta.
I was going to say, you talked about the importance of the top lane. You're definitely going to have to look at him as well as Westor.
En tant que wildcard venant du circuit de League of Legends brésilien, 2 fois champion du Brésil, s'il vous plaît, les Pan Gaming!
There you have it. Arguably the stronger of the 2 wildcard teams in this tournament, fighting for the pride of Brazil here.
A team that you do not want to underestimate. Even though Group A is arguably the easiest group out of all of them, you still want to take every game as seriously as possible because being so close, one loss to anybody will cost you getting out of groups.
Well, it's definitely an argument for this team. The fact that they are in Group A gives them the best opportunity to surprise someone and find their way out of it.
Et le deuxième représentant issu des wildcards venant de la Thaïlande pour la première fois participant à ces championnats du monde, les Bangkok Titans.
This is the team that might have a bit harder of a time getting through groups as they found themselves going up against the likes of EDG and SKT.
I mean, they got dumped in probably the hardest group to actually get out of here, and not only that, but you just look at their play style, they're probably the weakest team in this tournament. So, I mean, it would be an amazing upset, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Et maintenant, représentant la Corée, les gagnants des LCK Regional Qualifier 2015, les KT Rollsters!
Oh, KT. This is a team that really is a big threat in this tough Group D. But that said, sometimes they can drop games in very silly ways. If you give them a best-of series, I have a lot of faith in them. But best of one, this is a team that could definitely get upset here. I still think they're going to make it out. For me, Sunday's the best top laner in the world. He's the guy to watch on this team.
Coréens, les Coup Tigers.
I don't think Coup Tigers is not a team you should underestimate. They've been in the past innovators, and this massive patch coming into Worlds is a perfect patch for them, I feel.
Yeah, they are definitely going to have tricks up their sleeves. My question is, do they even have to use them in this group before the quarterfinals? Because I think they'll just breeze through Group A.
Et désormais, l'équipe la plus titrée de Corée, les champions en titre de la LCK, SK
Returning to the stage, your 2013 world champions, SK Telecom, they have to be out for blood, especially considering their performance at MSI. I'm sure they want to come back and take that title back to Korea.
Dash, I can tell you from being around the team, they are mad.
Que vous attendez tous pour la première fois Worlds en tant que gagnant des Regional Qualifiers européennes, les Origins!
A couple very experienced players on this team, as well as some new ones. Neil's coming in as a rookie into the World Championship here. So a pretty imbalanced team in that regard.
I want to see how crazy the fans go for these, because all three European teams have French players. This is going to be, and we know the French crowds can be very passionate.
Et désormais, pour leur grand début sur la scène internationale, le deuxième seed de l'Europe, H2K!
You know, we spoke about SK not too long ago. I'm looking at Ryu here on this team. I feel like, you know, when you hear H2K coming to the world stage and I think of SK and they're in the same group, you know, this is going to be a pretty fantastic showdown.
It's definitely fun for me to see again, especially since Ryu on the KT Bullets played that best-of-5 against SKT, which is still my favorite best-of-5 of all time in the history of this game. So I just want to see it more of that.
Gagnant des Worlds en 2011, quatrième participation Worlds, les champions du split et du Silver Split 2015. Veuillez accueillir
I have to say, Fnatic.
That's all right. There's just a lot of support, as you can see, but go for it.
I have to say, Fnatic, like, ever since Season 3 Worlds, I feel this is the best Western team we've had ever since Season 3 Worlds.
I would say ever since Season 2 Worlds, when we, like Moscow 5 came in, I think, as a major favorite in that tournament. This is a team that I think can make a deep run legitimately. Love their shoes.
Oh,
they always look great. Love the fashion sense.
I mean, you got to say, all the teams that come in with new outfits and different designs, it's a good feeling. You know, the psychological aspect, it's a fresh new look, it's a fresh feeling into a very important tournament.